Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are good बच्चों. So today's topic is unseen comprehension. So today we are going to recover this topic बच्चे. By unseen comprehension is mean to grasp of meaning of passages which you might not have read before. Its chief purpose is to test the ability of a student to express in his own words what he has understood from the passage. This section may contain a variety of questions pertaining to details, facts, meanings and other grammatical manifestations. So read the following passages and answer the questions that below. So यहाँ पर बच्चे unseen passage होता क्या है? Comprehension किसको बोलते हैं? Unseen comprehension का मतलब ये होता है, इसके अंदर होते हैं पैसेज से पूरा डिटेल करते हुए, पैसेज को आप पहले रीड आउट करेंगे, फिर उससे रिलेट करते हुए यहाँ पर कुछ आपको क्वेश्चंस भी दिए होते हैं, तो क्वेश्चंस को आप फाइंड आउट करेंगे पैसेज के अंदर से ही. सो फर्स्ट स्टार्ट करते हैं बच्चे. फर्स्ट वन हमारा किस पर बेस्ड है, रीड आउट करते हैं. Nature manifests its beauty in different shades, and a rainy day is the occasion when the nature is at its best. It was the last day of the month of July. As I set out for school, the separating draughts of rain welcomed me. I enjoyed as I cycled on. But not far I had gone that I was overtaken by a downpour. Somehow I managed to reach the school in time. Soon it started a torrential rain. The schools could not be held coming to thin attendance. When the rain slowed down to a drizzle, the principals declared it a holiday. I cycled back home with my friends. The way was filled with water knee deep. At many places we had to show our skills in cycling. Rohit's bicycle slipped at one corner and he fell down. Thank heavens he was not hurt. The raindrops drenched us completely. Looking at the wet and fresh trees and puddles full of water, I raced back home. I took a bath in order to wash away all the mud that I had taken on the way. Then I sat near the window to look out at the rain in the pleasant weather. So यहाँ पर पूरा बच्चे आपने देखा कि हमने जो पढ़ा अभी पैराग्राफ पैसेज जो पढ़ा है वो पूरा डिटेलिंग किस तरह से रेन पर बेस्ड है, स्कूल जाना बच्चे का, किस तरह से रोहित स्कूल गया है, फिर रोहित की बाइसिकल स्लिप्ड हो गई है, तो ऐसे वो पूरा अपने फ्रेंड्स के बारे में, अपने बारे में पूरा डिटेलिंग दे रहा है कि कैसे जो एक रेनी डे है तो रेनी डे को यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट किया जा रहा है. अब उसी पर प्लीजेंट वेदर के बेस्ड पर कैसे कैसे क्वेश्चन पिटअप किए गए हैं वो भी हम पढ़ लेते हैं. व्हाट हैपेंड व्हेन द बॉय सेट आउट फॉर स्कूल, क्या हुआ है ना, स्कूल जब गया तो तब क्या हुआ. What did the principal declare, और प्रिंसिपल ने क्या डिक्लेयर किया. Why did the boy sit near the window. Choose and fill in the blanks. If we go out on a rainy day, we may be dried हो सकते हैं या drenched हो सकते हैं. And B पार्ट के अंदर when it rains mildly, it is called a drizzle या फिर downpour. So यहाँ पर आपको ऑप्शन भी दिए गए हैं बच्चे, ऑप्शन के बेस पर आपको जो फिलअप है ये फिल करने. ओके, सो ऐसे ही आपने देखा बच्चे, तो इसी तरह से बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल हैं इस पैसेज के अंदर, इस पूरे चैप्टर के अंदर, तो वो हम पढ़ने वाले हैं, एक एक करके रीड करेंगे. अभी फर्स्ट वाला हो चुका है, सेकंड में देखते हैं क्या दिया हुआ है, किस पर बेस्ड है वो. गॉड मेड दिस वर्ल्ड एंड मैन मेड द टाउन. God's world has a lot of space for animals, but man has been too greedy to allow animals any space. A world without animals, birds and insects will be a dull place to inhabit. Birds and beasts are a vital part of our environment. They are our fellow creatures, our neighbors. The presence is keenly felt in ecology as they keep up its balance. We cannot ignore them. Some animals are domestic and others are wild. We tame some animals to serve our purpose. Some of them live and toil in dense forest far away from human habitation. Practically, they do us no harm. We should love and take care of them. In fact, love for animals is a noble feeling. But man is cruel and greedy by nature. He kills animals for flesh and fun. Hunting hapless animals is a sport to him. This has endangered the very survival of many species of animals, and many of them have already become extinct. And cruelty of animals is the punishment offense. It is our moral duty to protect and preserve animals. After all, they too are blessed with life. सो यहाँ पर आपने देखा बच्चे, जो पैसेज था वो किस पर बेस्ड था, एनिमल्स पर बेस्ड, कि एनिमल्स से हमें प्यार करना चाहिए, उसको फन नहीं समझना चाहिए, मारना नहीं चाहिए, तो उस पर बेस्ड था और उसी से रिलेट करते हुए क्वेश्चंस भी हैं, रीड आउट कर लेते हैं. व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनिमल्स, व्हाई डज मैन किल एनिमल्स एंड व्हाट इज its sports, what is our moral duty for animals, fill in the blanks. Birds and beasts are dash part of environment, love for animals is a dash feeling, cruelty to animal is a dash offense. So यहाँ पर आपने बच्चे जो क्वेश्चंस दिए हैं, तो पहले आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, आंसर देने से पहले आपको थोरली इस पैसेज को पढ़ना पड़ेगा, समझते हुए तभी इनको आंसर को आप परफेक्टली तरीके से दे पाएंगे. नेक्स्ट देख लेते हैं क्या पैसेज 3 के अंदर. Man has reached the present stage of the development on the basis of knowledge. He strives for knowledge every moment. Books, radio, television and internet feed his mind with information every time. But all this results in mere bookish knowledge that does not go far. Man wants to expand his mental horizons through direct experiences and exertions is a suitable method for this. This is the reason that he goes out of his known bounds and travels in known worlds. He comes into close contact with the nature, strange people, peculiar customs, unknown rituals and amazing lands. He learns invaluable lessons of strange environment with joy. This type of exposures helps him mold his life a great deal. Besides, a traveler can escape from dull monotony of daily life. It refreshes his spirit, heavens his stress and strain and removes his mental narrowness. It makes him smart and self-reliant. He learns to accept different things than he has been conversant so far. Today, traveling involves fewer hazards due to fabulous progress in the field of communication. Exertion is all the more necessary as it is a part of education and opens up students' mind to receive the words properly. सो यहाँ पर भी जो मैंस के बारे में कैसे नॉलेजेबल होता है, बुक्स कैसे इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, उससे रिलेट करता हुआ पैसेज है बच्चे. क्वेश्चंस हैं, व्हाट डज द मैन स्ट्राइव फॉर, व्हाई डज द मैन गो आउट ऑफ हिज नोन बाउंड्स, व्हाई डज द ट्रैवलिंग इन्वॉल्व फ्यू हैजार्ड्स, राइट ट्रू एंड फॉल्स, knowledge from only books leads to bookish knowledge, exertions leads to direct experiences and exertions help escape from dull monotony of daily life. Next passage, passage number 4 बच्चे यहाँ पर किस तरह का है, passage 3 हम read out कर चुके हैं. 4 के अंदर, reading is a pleasure but it has to be accompanied by suitable physical activity. It is necessary to keep both mind and body fit as a sound mind resides in a sound body. Games and sports help us have a fit body. They give us rest and respite from the dull drudgery of daily work. When a player undergoes ample physical training, it builds his body and stamina. In addition to making a man healthy, playing games helps to includes qualities of head and heart. It teaches team spirits, leadership qualities, cooperation, coordination, organizational skills, among many other qualities. This is precisely the reasons that competitive games have been held since time immemorial. New brilliant performances by individual players and teams are universally acclaimed. The participants in the Olympics, the FIFA World Cup, the World Cup cricket, etc. become stars overnight. In addition, games and sports not only nourish the mind and body but also nurture the spirits of national integrations and a broad international outlook. Therefore, it is necessary that all of us undertake games and sports. Questions देख लेते हैं बच्चे. Explain the saying A sound mind resides in a sound body. इसका मतलब क्या है, इसको एक्सप्लेन करना है बच्चे. What happens when a player undergoes ample physical training? Write any 2 benefits of playing games. यहाँ पर बेनिफिट भी लिखने आपने. Complete the following statement. Reading must be accompanied by. Playing games helps to include qualities. Games and sports nurture the spirit of national integration and a. So यहाँ पर समझते हुए पहले पैसेज को रीड आउट करते हुए आंसर्स करने हैं. नेक्स्ट देख लेते हैं. नेक्स्ट है हमारा पैट्रियोटिज्म, मीन्स लव फॉर वंस ओन कंट्री. इट प्रमोट्स अ ह्यूमन बीइंग्स टू एक्ट सेल्फलेसली फॉर द कॉज ऑफ हिज कंट्री. अ पैट्रियट फील्स for his fellow men and flights of the honor of his country. Personal happiness does not matter to him. He smiles when his country smiles. He sheds tears when the people of his land suffer. He is always ready to sacrifice his life for the good of his nation. Indian history offers us countless examples of noble and heroic deeds of her have souls. But it is a pity that their dreams are yet to be fulfilled. We should understand that others' prosperity is our own prosperity. A true patriot works for the welfare of his countrymen. He criticizes the politics and they are detrimentals to the interest of the country or its people. A patriot should not be selfish and self-centered. Poverty and illiteracy, casteism and communications and above all the corruptions are eating into our vital. We must try to incredible them. However, we should rise above petty protocols outlook. In fact, a true patriot in his words and works must reflect the true spirits of the patriotism, that is selflessness, love for his motherland. He should not are any hatred for other countries of the world. He should be liberal and have the feeling that he is a part of the largest world family. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पर बेस्ड है बच्चे. अब इसी पैराग्राफ पर आपने देखा पैट्रियोटिज्म होता क्या है. पैट्रियोटिज्म होता है हम अपनी मदरलैंड के लिए, अपनी कंट्री के लिए जिसको बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार होता है, वो पैट्रियोटिज्म के अंडर में आता है. तो यहाँ पर बताया गया है कि इस तरह से प्रॉस्पेरिटी का ध्यान रखना चाहिए. हमारे जो सेक्रीफाइस दिए हैं, जो हीरो रहे, जिन्होंने कंट्री को हेल्प कराया हमेशा फ्रीडम दिलाने में और कंट्री को आगे बढ़ाने में जो हेल्प करते हैं, हमें उनका हमेशा साथ देना चाहिए और कंट्री के लिए हमेशा हमारे मन में प्यार और सद्भाव रहना चाहिए. तो उसी पर बेस्ड क्वेश्चन भी पढ़ लेते हैं बच्चे. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पैट्रियोटिज्म? तो पैट्रियोटिज्म का यहाँ पे मीनिंग आपने लिखना है. व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट मस्ट बी इरेडिकेटेड फ्रॉम आवर कंट्री एंड व्हाट डज अ ट्रू पैट्रियोट रिफ्लेक्ट? फिर इन द ब्लैंक्स है यहाँ पर बच्चे. अ पैट्रियोट इज ऑलवेज रेडी टू डैश हिज लाइफ. अ ट्रू पैट्रियोट वर्क्स फॉर द डैश ऑफ हिज कंट्रीमैन. अ ट्रू पैट्रियोट शुड बी डैश. Next comprehension. The armed forces are meant for the brave and the courageous and the adventurous. A soldiers guard the territory of the motherland and provide an opportunity of the countrymen to live in peace and security and work for progress. We live safely and in peace because our brave soldiers guard our frontiers. A soldier is posted in deserts where it is difficult to get water, forests where wild animals pose dangers to him, high mountains where snow is found round the year, deep ocean where there is nothing but blue water and air. There are three kinds of armed forces in India: Army, Navy and Air Force. The men in Army are called soldiers, those in Navy are called seamen and those in Air Force are called airmen. Young men and women join the armed forces at young age of 16 to 25 years. They undergo regions training but physical and professional. Then they join their units for professional work. Their rigorous life continues even after training. They have to keep training hard so that they can save the motherland from all enemy attacks. A soldier has to be very disciplined to survive all challenges of life. A soldier wears a smart uniform. His turn out he is of high order. He is soft spoken and polite and comes to the help of his countrymen in times of need. He is brave and courageous and is ready to risk his life to the greatest peril. Now, when you see a soldier in the streets, pay him respect because it is due to him that we live in peace. क्वेश्चंस देख लेते हैं बच्चे. पीएसएस तो आपको पता चल गया. पैसेज किससे रिलेट करता है हमारा कॉम्प्रिहेंशन? सोल्जर्स की लाइफ से. कि सोल्जर्स होते हैं, सोल्जर्स किसको बोला जाता है, फोर्सेस कितनी तरह की हैं और फोर्सेस के अंदर रहते हुए जो सोल्जर्स हैं हमें हमेशा उनकी रिस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए. देन क्वेश्चन है फर्स्ट वन इज व्हाट डज अ सोल्जर्स डू? How many kinds of armed forces are there in life? Name them. What are the qualities of a soldier? And match the following: Army, Air Force and Navy, Airmen, Seamen and Soldiers. किसको क्या बोलते हैं तो मैच करना आपने. Next comprehension देख लेते हैं बच्चे. You can see the moon at night changing shapes all the time. It is heavenly body. On a full moon night, it looks like a large round silver plate. The moon is a natural satellite of the earth and moves around in 28 days. The moon has no light of its own. It is lit up by the light of the sun. There are no living beings on the surface of the moon. There is no air, no water, no soil on its surface. It has only sand and rocks. The shape and size of the moon appears to change every day. The path towards us and illuminated by the sunlight becomes visible to us. The area of sunlight keeps changing due to its motion. We can see only one side of the moon because the rate of its revolution is equal to the rate of its rotation. Moonlight is very soft and nice. We can enjoy the beauty of moonlight at night. The lunar eclipse takes place when the earth comes between the sun and the moon. The gravitational force of the moon is 1/6 that of the earth. It means that if you weigh 42 kilograms here on the earth, you will weigh only 7 kilograms on the moon. Then the moon is very popular among the infants. Many stories are popular about it. Not long ago, the moon was a mysterious object, but man has already learnt a lot about it. The American astronaut Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the surface of the moon on 13 July 1967. Ever since, many astronauts have landed on the moon and learnt a lot about it. India too has sent the Chandrayaan-1 to the moon to know more about it. The Chandrayaan-2 spacecraft was inserted into lunar orbit on August 20, 2019. It has completed 1 year of its launch on July 22, 2020. Gradually, the secrets of the moon are coming to the fore. अब क्वेश्चन पढ़ लेते हैं बच्चे, क्योंकि पूरा आपने पढ़ा पैसेज वो किससे रिलेट करता है? मून से। मून कैसा दिखाई देता है, मून पर हमारा कितना वेट होता है, अर्थ पर कितना होता है, रिलेट करते हुए मून के बारे में प्रॉपर इंफॉर्मेशन इस कॉम्प्रिहेंशन के थ्रू दी गई है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज हेयर, व्हाट इज द मून? हाउ डज द मून अपीयर टू चेंज इट्स शेप डेली? If you weigh 54 kilograms on the earth, and how much you will weight on the moon? Why? Right? True and false. The moon revolves around the sun. We can always see the same side of the moon. Neil Armstrong was the first man to set foot on the surface of the moon. Read the following poems and answer the question that follow. So यहाँ पर कुछ poem हमारी दी हुई है बच्चे, तो पोम को पढ़ते हैं. फर्स्ट पोम इज, Columbus was a wise man who thought the earth was round. He planned to sail across the sea where trading could be found. Though kings did not believe in him and man thought he would fail, he found one friend, the Spanish queen, who gave him ships to sail. The crew rebelled, the sea was rough in 1492. Still this brave man kept sailing on in spite of sea or crew. But when they sped America, they landed with cheer, and there is why we celebrate Columbus Day each year. So ये पोम किसके थ्रू लिखी गई है बच्चे? ये पोम लिखी हुई है ग्रेटिट्यूड एम रॉबिन्सन्स के थ्रू. और क्वेश्चन से रिलेट करते हुए जो दिए हुए हैं बच्चे, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हम रीड आउट कर लेते हैं. गिव अ सुटेबल टाइटल टू द पोएम. अब पोम का जो टाइटल होना चाहिए आपके अकॉर्डिंग क्या होना चाहिए, वो सुटेबल टाइटल आपको यहाँ पे राइट डाउन करना है. Why did Columbus plan to sail across the sea? क्यों प्लान किया? And who gave Columbus ships to sail? Why do we celebrate Columbus Day each year? Find out the pairs in poem that rhymes with each other. तो यहाँ पर आपको फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड के बेस पर, राइम्स के बेस पर फिल करने हैं, पेयर के बेस पर. ओके, नेक्स्ट पोम क्या है? Happy the man who's wise and care, a few petrol craze bound, content to breathe his native air in his own ground, whose herds with milk, whose flats with bread, whose flocks supply him with attire, whose trees in summer yield him shade, in winter fire. Blessed who can concernedly find hours, days, and years slide soft away, in healthy of body, peace of mind, quiet by day, sound sleep by night, study and ease, together makes a sweet recreation. And innocence which most does please with meditation. Thus let me live, unseen, unknown, thus unlimited let me die, steal from the world and not a stone, tell where I lie. So पोम लिखी गई है बच्चे अलेक्जेंडर पॉप के थ्रू. क्वेश्चंस क्या है इससे रिलेट करते हुए? गिव अ सुटेबल टाइटल टू द पोम. देन सेकंड वन इज हाउ डज द पोएट वांट टू लिव एंड हाउ डज अ हैप्पी मैन स्पेंड हिज टाइम. हाउ डज द पोएट वांट टू डाई? राइट ट्रू फॉल्स. द पोएट विशेस टू लिव इन हिज नेटिव लैंड. ट्रू और फॉल्स. द पोएट लाइक्स हजल बजल ऑफ सिटी लाइफ. द पोएट वांट्स टू डाई फेमस. सो इससे रिलेट करते हुए येस और नो का ट्रू और फॉल्स का आंसर आपने सामने में लिखना है बच्चे. नेक्स्ट फॉर्म. वेयर कैन अ मैन बिजी अ कैप फॉर हिज नी और अ की फॉर द लॉक ऑफ हिज हेयर एंड कैन हिज आईज बी कॉल्ड अ स्कूल? आई वुड थिंक देयर आर pupils there. What jewels are found in the crown of his head and who walks on the bridge of his nose? Can he use in building the roof of his mouth the nails on the end of his toes? Can the crook of his elbow be sent to jail? If it can, well then what did it do? And how does he sharpen his soldier's blades? I'll be hanged if I know, do you? Can he sit at the shade of a palm of his hand and beat time with the drum in his ear? Can the calf of his leg eat the corn on his toe? Their stomach pretty strange around here. So poem किसके थ्रू लिखी गई है बच्चे? Written by William Cole के थ्रू. Questions देख लेते हैं बच्चे. Give a suitable title to the poem. Why did the poet call his eyes a school? Can anyone sit in the shade of the palm of one's hand? Here are some rhyming words from the poem and at least 2 from your own side. Nose, toes, ear, hair. So यहाँ पर क्या बताया बच्चे? आपको अपनी तरफ से पोम के अंदर से राइमिंग बनाते हुए 2 वर्ड्स यहाँ पर एड ऑन करने हैं. सो आपने पूरा कॉम्प्रीहेंशन के बेस पर, पोम के बेस पर पूरा बच्चे टॉपिक है प्रॉपर वो हमने देखा, पढ़ा, रीड आउट किया. तो आप भी अच्छे से हर एक एक्सरसाइज के जितने भी क्वेश्चन आंसर हैं जो भी रिलेट करते हुए ईच कॉम्प्रीहेंशन के हैं वो खुद से सॉर्ट आउट करते हुए, राइट डाउन करते हुए और प्रॉपर अटेंशन देते हुए इनको सीखेंगे और करेंगे खुद से.